Hey, Aaron, do you have a favorite Dennis Quaid movie?
I can't think of it all. I mean, he has so many good movies.
a lot.
On the spot, I don't know that I could come up with one.
My favorite is The Parent Trap.
That was a good
remember?
one. Yeah, I remember that show.
That's my childhood.
I didn't even know he sang, so that's new to me.
And that's what I was telling our producers. I was like, you know what? We've seen him in so many movies. I didn't even know he had an apparently hidden talent, but not really hidden, because he has CDs and albums and everything.
Yeah, so pretty interesting stuff. You know who you don't want to hear sing, and that's me.
Oh, gosh.
That's a quick way to turn everybody off of watching our show right now. So I think I'll just not do that. But I'll tell you about the weather.
Okay.
I don't know that people want to hear that either right now.
It's too hot.
A little rough out there. It feels like 111 degrees. Bristow, Muskogee, you feel like 117. You got to go down into southwest Oklahoma. That's where, well, Guyman feels like 96. I mean, that feels, that sounds nice, sadly enough. But so we take a look at the real temperatures. The real temperature is 100. Dew points out there very low, so your sweat can actually evaporate, and that's why it feels cooler. Same story kind of in the entire western part of the state. A lot more moisture in the air to the east. That's why our temperatures are lower, but those feels like temperatures just straight through the roof. And highs today so far, 102 in Tulsa, 106 in Oklahoma City and Dallas, 109 in Shreveport. 108 in the Wichita Falls area. So we are right smack under this big ridge of high pressure. You can see no rain or really clouds hardly anywhere around us. A lot of rain here, well, you wouldn't expect it in the desert southwest. That's all out ahead of the big old hurricane that's kind of cranking that way. It should weaken. We'll take a little closer look at it in the next half hour, but in the meantime, we're stuck with this big old ridge of high pressure, lots of sinking air, lots of heat. That's going to stick around. We're going to move towards Wednesday. Notice not much movement in it. I mean, it's pretty much where it's at now, maybe a little further to the east. But as we head towards next weekend, that's when we start to get some changes. The ridge goes back to the southwest, kind of suppresses a little bit, and then we'll get some maybe a cold front in here. That'll help out. In the meantime, though, we're going to sizzle and we're going to stay pretty dry with all the rain up and around us. Look at the southwest, all kinds of rain about to happen out there, which isn't what we typically see around this time of year. We're going to stay hot. Generally, the 100 or above pretty much day in and day out. It's going to feel more like around 110 or above, so just kind of stick with it. We'll make it through this, but we're just going to have to make sure we're staying safe, drinking water, doing what we got to do during the hottest part of the day. 101 right now, feels like 111. Dew point is 72. And as we roll into the overnight hours, notice pretty boring map here. Not a whole lot going on other than a little light wind, not much cloud cover, 70s to near 80 in the metro. And then as we go to the afternoon hours tomorrow, we'll see kind of an easterly breeze. It'll be light. Temperatures, once again, 102 to like 110 pretty much statewide. So pretty hot stuff for us. Monday, not much change. Tuesday, not a whole lot. I mean, we might not be quite as hot, but we're still basically all over 100 as we head towards Tuesday as well. So we're just going to have to kind of hang in there, and we will. We've been through this type of stuff before. We just, are ready to start seeing some more fall-like temperatures as we move forward. I just don't have a whole lot of that. Rain chances, I don't have a whole lot of that either. As we take a look at the temperature compared to average, notice through the bulk of the week, through Friday, we're going to stay around 10 degrees above normal. And then as we head into the weekend, changes. That's when we get a cold front in here Friday night. The way things are looking right now, that'll cool us back down to at least near to maybe a degree or two below normal. Until then, stay safe. Do your best. As we roll into tomorrow afternoon, we're going to see those temperatures quickly warm up by noon, already approaching 100, 104 or so by 3 o'clock. We should top out right around 105. Crazy thing is I remember back during the 2011, 2012 days when we had those 113, 112 type days, we would have already been over 100 by noon. So it could be a whole lot worse, but that's bad enough. But we're going to have to deal with it. Going forward, lots of hundreds over the next several days. As we get through Friday, that's when we start to see maybe some changes, maybe some cooler temperatures. Get the big coat ready. We may be only near 90 as we head towards the second half of next weekend. So fingers crossed that pans out. In the meantime, we're just going to sizzle. That is your forecast. Let's see what's been going on in sports.